Nevertheless, let's get into this one, shall we? Astralis on the T side of Inferno. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, 2 HEs. The HEs usually used towards the top of Banana to stop any CT pushes coming down, but Kiabi, he gets in position. He pushed back just yet. Nades towards the bedroom area, and Shox takes one to the face, down to 60 points of health.
Backs off. Immediately, Device will start to work up with Zippix toward the apartments. Well, they'll push on to Banana Bomb, not in that direction yet. And I do say yet because Zippix has gone back across the bridge to the bottom of middle. So he's closer to his teammates. Device is hoping that their pressure on B would cause a rotation out of A and he'd catch someone, and then my guess would be if he did, they would start to rush back and counter that kill, but they may still get it right because there is 3 in B. The rotations went back through CT instead, and there's only 2 players left on A.
Yeah, we've got Glaive watching for the flanks. His teammates getting in apartment's control. They can throw the smoke from second middle. Normally smoking the arch side and then towards the library as well. Can smoke in front of the pit if required, then flashing out. Start of 2 flashbangs, and this will be the A finish from what we can see so far. 3 players up to the apartments, and considering the CT setup very passive, Kenny S chance to be smoked out here as well. There's the flashbang and final commitment. The smoke does indeed come in. Stylus, okay, seems covered.
Couldn't quite get the shots through. No, looks like it's well placed. Bomb down for Dupree behind the pillar. Best vision of it from pit, but they've got 2 players in the site itself. All 10 still alive at this point. Won't end that way. Certainly not, because Apex has a good headshot onto Glaive. That'll allow a push in from the apartments and from the top and middle. Apex finding Kiabi as well, and wanted to hold for the best position possible in the post plant. Apartments to see the bomb. Getting closer to Moto. They're already around at quad. It's all G2 on the retake. Finally, they get a kill from the Astralis side. Device to do so, but they've got a kit, and they'll have time for the defuse.
What a retake that was. That's how you do it. That's textbook Counter-Strike there. When you know you've got 3 players towards a particular site, instead of fully committing to the bomb site itself, go for a more passive methodology there. Wait for all 5 players to arrive for the retake, and Apex starts hitting some wondrous shots there from the flank of Banana. 2 kills to kick things off, a 5-on-3. Still, to give Astralis a shout in that matchup, considering they've got control of the pit, the bomb site, graveyard, but working together. Not giving anything away. G2 dropping a single frag there. That was perfect from Astralis. The build-up was very nice. Forced a rotation over towards B. They did those 2 smokes I described, one towards the arch, one in front of the library. That segregated the remaining CTs who were playing that passive setup. Couldn't really do much about the plant, but they could do a lot with that retake. Very impressive. It's going to be 1-0 in favor of G2 there. A couple of rifles coming out. 3, in fact, with the Famises. An MP7 for MBK, and Shox on the UMP. This is going to be the full eco for Astralis. AK is coming out in the 3rd. We'll see whether they can possibly get the bomb down. Very unlikely without the smokes and the flashbangs.
Dupree's going to wait as well. Boiler for anyone to charge forward and get aggressive. Curious as to how quickly we see the double op setup from G2.
Oh, it'll be coming. This is their favorite map to do it on as well.
That's a Hank G guarantee.
I remember when they played, I think it was a Star Ladder. I remember speaking to Shoxy. He goes,
yes.
there's no one that can counter this setup.
And then they lost.
I was like, all right, it looked good in the group stage. I'll give you that. Let's see what happens in the playoffs, then got wrecked in the playoffs. So, well, you know.
That was when you were buying into it. You were on the G2 hype train. You thought they were the best team in the world before group stages were even over at that event.
I was higher on the G2 drug. I won't lie. I was very excited about that.
Well, it is a boost up for Device to see above smoke. If Shox makes the wrong move, he will be found. Here's him drop down, but won't be a push through. He's backing off. Smoke not going to last much longer. Make a bit of noise. Take the bomb back down toward the bottom of middle. Get ready toward A. Shox will recheck with a flash. They haven't heard them run back, so in fact, Apex is rotating the opposite direction. If they overwhelm NBK or Kenny, they'll at least get a bomb plant. NBK only with 1. Kenny with a good angle. Smoked out. Has to peek. Finds the headshot. Should be able to tap in to get the rest. He's trying to preserve ammunition. Ooh. And gets taken down by Device in the process. Apex rotates back in, but they do get the bomb plant. That was the goal. They can hold it off with the gun picked up. It's down. Would be even better. Glaive still making it interesting.
That's a bonus in itself. The fact they got the bomb down, I didn't think there was any sort of possibility there. Showing a bit of presence towards B, boosting up, trying to do some damage there, and then actually finding kills as they come back towards the A side. Very slow, very patient. All the teams don't really put much stock into these sort of rounds. Just go for a straight-up rush. But Astralis there, very intelligent. 3 kills, bomb down. They're definitely buying the next round regardless. They could buy an AWP if they wanted to at this point. Lots of money to work with 5k on Zipex. And go for the 5 AK setup here. The adjustments start to come through. G2 still with some cash, so absolutely fine. The AWP comes out for Kenny S. So here's the only AWP on the server right now. MBK and Body have to adjust and reinvest with Famises. A couple of kits, 4 of them to work with, in fact. Decent utility, but I'd still give Astralis a slight edge in terms of 5 AK-47s. We'll see what happens there as Kenny S heads towards middle. Going to be a very aggressive AWP on Inferno. Not going to be fully committing towards a T-step just yet. Holds up for now. And it is going to be a very default round from the Dane. Each side. We'll see what they can do here. Dupree holding towards second middle. Device and Kiabi going for some banana control here. CD presence almost non-existent at the top of banana here. A lot of teams like to challenge out of the start. Throwing some incendiaries now. But Astralis will be aware they've got control. Nice utility just to clear out those key choke points.
So a flash over Device. Firing into the peak position, the angle at the top of banana. That's a bit rude, Device. Absolutely no need for that.
Well, very quiet so far. Still having 4 smokes up and available for Astralis. The Device with the banana control. Body there by himself. Very good anchor player, but could find himself in a spot of bother. Mid control coming in as well. This is looking very good. Still with the utility, haven't had to expend too much. Push the CTs back. They don't really have much in terms of information to work with here. Shocks in towards garbage, but where's the bomb heading? For now, going towards top and middle.
Double smoke bounce, flash to follow. Will try and enter. At least it looked as though he wanted to, but backs off. Teammate's not ready. He'll go back out toward the end of apartments now. Push through the smoke. He put down and find NBK. He's down below. Is able to follow up. No response. Glade's still looking in the backside of the pit. Doesn't realize. Device does get the trade. They nearly go into a preset flash against Kenny. He's stuck against the wall. 2 versus 2 on a retake. Kits for both players on the G2 side. Molotov left for Dupree. Bomb's default. Molotov's going to go out early, though, to hold off any rotations back in through apartments. Body instead. Going directly to the site. Very early for that Molotov, I have to say. Body gets ever closer. Dupree will play it off. Information finds Shocks immediately. And inside of the site, Body has to go away and into the bomb. That should force the peek back out. Kiabi's actually gone away from the apartments. He's rotating back around quad. Body should not be aware of it because he just came from that same position.
Lovely round there from Astralis. Great work, generally. Managing to get the banana control towards top and middle as well. So have all their smokes, their flashbangs to work with as well. CTs looked very cagey there. Didn't want to overcommit. I think with the Famises, they might have done a little bit better if Kenny S went more aggressive there. You can see him struggling towards the outside. Once he got flashed off, stuck in the wall, a little bit clumsy. Couldn't fall back. Device probably couldn't believe his luck that he was really blind. It's not moving in the corner of the arch area. Let's get Astralis to post their first round here. Do we have a force buy? We actually do from G2 here. Famish coming out for Body, a UMP as well. Shoxy with the 5-7, CZs for Kenny S and MBK here. Nothing too aggressive, just holding up towards the quad here with the pistols. Not sure this is going to work out for the French side. Let's see what they can do here. Faster play now from Astralis. Contact play towards Arch. First skill will be very important here. Apex surely goes down. He does indeed. Nice shot from Dupree.
Gabby's so tempted to go a little further around the corner. He will. Flashes out. 2 players immediately in front of him. Realizes this is it, but get the second kill on MBK. He'll wait for Zipex to come out from the apartments instead before going down. Free in the library. Reading the Chronicles of Thorin.
Well, CT's probably just giving in at this point, wanting to save their weapons towards the B side of the map. Like we said, Astralis coming in with a looser playstyle. When you know the money's going to be low like that, they probably are going to be force buying in. Stays a 4-man unit, one watching the flanks, flashbang around the corner, to hit the shots, and Dupree. Very good job to take that Apex, kick things off. Garby getting the information, finds 1 kill at quad side as well. Stick together, make sure the refrag's a possibility. One player comes up the apartments, finishes off the job, and they are hunting, and the hunt is successful. They find their prey. Shoxy is the last player to go down. No one will be saving any weaponry from the G2 side. 2-2 now, almost certainly going to be 3-2, considering the G2 have to take a full eco here. Best they can really buy is some PT-50s, maybe a couple of Deagles here or there, but money's starting to be a massive problem for the CT side. In terms of the cash, Apex got 3,300. That's not really good news. You want Kenny S to have that sort of money. We need him to warp going forward. They really need to establish themselves to try and aim towards that double warp setup. So, indeed, Apex goes with Deagle. Nothing really else purchased. We have one flashbang. So, we have 4 players heading towards B. So they try and flash over and try and catch them out. Go for a full stack potentially here. So, it's the more conservative approach. Once again, staying as a little wolf pack, Astralis head towards Banana, trying to have that refrag potential as the Mac 10 will throw itself into the site first.
Wasn't the anticipated bounce. Silly shutters.
There he goes.
Push over to Device, jumps back away. Speaker of Clave doesn't put him down. That's the assist on it anyway, and Device will follow up with one on Kenny. This player, Apex, no Deagle magic. 3-2 Astralis, they pull back the lead after going down early. And they'll maintain control, but the ops come out for Kenny immediately. No double op setup because they can't afford to do so.
He can barely afford that AWP. He's got AWP, no armor, no nades, no kit, of course. He's had one flashbang to work with here. Body yet to bite. That's the 4th M4A4. Everyone not got a single kit. They need to work hard at these frags. They can't have that passive mentality right now. They're relying very heavily on the retakes and allowing Astralis to get the map control. They can't do that right now. About those kits, about the utility to hold them at bay, I think it needs to be challenging. I want to see Kenny S get a little bit more aggressive here and try and find that first pick. Doesn't do it just yet. He's holding towards the top and middle, but not fully committing. Device, he's going nice and fast here. Unarmored heads in front of him as well. That Mac 10 can do a lot of damage here.
A lot of damage and a lot of gain. Dupree this time toward apartments. Zipix has taken his turn. Speaking of, he takes bomb back down toward the top of vault middle. His Device looks now toward B with the Mac 10. Kenny didn't go aggressive as I thought he might.
No, that's what we need to see, I think, anyway. We need to step up, like maybe a little bit cagey considering he hasn't got the armor to work with here, but mid control granted once again. Dupree at the end of the apartments. This is looking very difficult for GT to hold off. They've been forced back to the side itself. 4 players on that side of the map, and I assume it's his body alone on B. It is indeed. He's at the coffins, already been tagged up. No head armor, not a huge deal with his current position. But they could just walk into the bomb site. He's going to have a very difficult task to find multiple frags here. One flash over, probably has to fall back. This will be the banana split coming in. 2 towards Arch, but these players might struggle here.
Kenny still falls back toward the library, smoke down in front of the Arch.
He's cool. He's like, leave me here. I'll see what I can do. Go join the team.
Well, Dupree is going to slip through. Oh, did Kenny? I don't think Kenny saw him. Dupree had a perfect chance. He's actually going to go back toward the library, though, and get caught out by NBK. So, in some ways, missing out on Kenny starts to favor toward G2 because they can't follow up with a kill, and Device will go down to body immediately after the plant. 3 playing 5, no kits on the G2 side. Good tag up from Glaive, damage done. Apex down to 20, and Zipix in a corner where if they walk through from Ruins, he's well positioned. If they walk through from CT, he's in the open. They do go from Ruins. He starts off well. Glaive backs off as they take the lead in the round, but Apex pulling back against Zipix. Carry, they're on the defuse again. 10 seconds, they have to peek it. Kenny hits the first shot, but there won't be time.
Yeah, even if he finds that kill, the 10-second defusers wasn't going to happen for him. That's really gutting. It was a nice retake, but that's why I said GT probably had to go more aggressive to start. Couldn't allow that play to come in. Needed to find that advantage at the very early stages of the round. Kenny S, good job to find that final frag, but ultimately does not win the round. He needs to go for the save of the AWP, but the money just not there to really do much with this. He buys armor. Do they force around him? I'm not so sure. It was touch and go for Astralis, I have to say. Instead of going for the 5-man formation that we've been seeing so far, actually going for that banana split we've been calling it, smoking off towards the right-hand side of middle, getting arch control and pushing through towards CT spawn. They took a lot of damage. Dupree told his teammate to go back, just leave me here. I'm done for. I'm low HP, I'll try and see what I can do. He gets the information, calls the rotations coming through. His teammates ready and waiting at the B-bomb site. Managed to get that bomb down, but Zipex, great positioning, managed to win the round. This is what we wanted to see. Kenny S had to do these sort of plays to win these rounds. This is the fallen boost. Let's see if he can find any sort of frags here.
Oh, they're approaching underneath of it. Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah, that hurts. Good thing he has armor. Hits him in the head, though, so maybe not apply as Dupree gets closer with Kiabi to the top of it, and they back off again, just pushing the CTs around, essentially.
Yeah.
Back to the site you go. Thanks for map control. Let's go do that elsewhere. And A is the plan now.
Yeah, Kenny has fired a shot as well, so he'll rotate towards Arch and try and challenge elsewhere. Could do some damage here, but misses the shot. We haven't really seen him turn up as of yet. Device with the AWP this time takes him down. That's the only weapon that G2 had. That should be the round concluded. It's going to be Dupree focusing on the bomb site. Knows there's going to be someone here somewhere and takes him down. 2 kills. Shox finds 1, but that's pretty much all they'll get into this. Exapex down to 5 HP. It's the body now. 5-7. Of course, the B player rotating in from Arch. Dead now as he gets taken down by Kiabi.
5 straight rounds for Astralis.
Yeah, they're looking very clinical, I have to say. We'll see a pause coming from G2 now. Money's starting to get established. Now they can go for that double orb if they want to. Kenny S not really hitting shots as of yet. He brings out the AWP. Does Shoxy join him? When things get a bit dire, that's when the double orb setup generally comes out for most teams. When you need an adjustment, get a bit of confidence, and you're kind of getting pulled apart on either side of the map. You're not really getting anything at the very start. And this is the missed shot from Kenny S. Let's see how close this was. Pretty dire miss from him by his standards. You expect him to hit that all day long. Not exactly warmed up, it seems. Device takes him down. Round number 8. Shoxy has purchased. There will not be a double orb setup for now. So he goes with the M4A4. Kenny S, 4 kills, 5 deaths. Device on the other hand, 7.
Yeah, very, very good considering it's T-side op Inferno.
Yeah.
Not all have come from an AWP to be fair, but
no.
Still worthy to note.
Here we go, then round number 8. G2 all posted around the last 5. See where Kenny S goes this time. Once again, not aggressive as we're used to seeing. Apex MBK tentatively watch the A-bomb site. Crossfire setup. We like that formation. And it's been out of control. Very basic stuff coming from Astralis. You see they've got an objective at the start of each round. Dupree goes to apartments. Device and Glaive work towards B. Zipex and Kiabi will eventually get that mid control. It's interesting as Dupree famously always used to go for the boiler. That's his position. And he'll end up there eventually, it seems, but he seems to be focusing more towards the end of apartments this time and trying to get picks in the pit. Looks like a B execution map being set up.
To check the sandbags, it certainly does have the writings of B all over it.
So, smokes towards coffins. Molotov first oranges perhaps. New box as well. They could just walk in through the smoke as well and catch the CTs out who are just about to boost as well. Timings could elude them. What's the play from Astralis here? Classic execution or just walking to the side? Looks like it's the latter.
A walk in and a crossfire already set. They get shocked, but they won't expect the 2 players to be there. So Body from the boost finds both Zipex and Dupree. Glaive does respond, but to get the bomb down, they have a man disadvantage. As Kenny, NBK, and Apex start to rotate, NBK and Apex both have kits. Smart play from Glaive to get aggressive, therefore, because they don't have any control of Banana. Smoke coming out from Ruins, however. Apex is going to know that he's in there and sprays into the smoke. Glaive walks directly into the shots. It's on device. AWP hits NBK already, but pushed by the flames. Apex will get round 3 for G2.
Oh, just about. Device with 2 kills there, almost a third, but like you said, the flames mean he has to change position, look very uncomfortable there. He bets Kenny S once again in the duel. It was a nice play from G2 there, having the boost. Astralis just didn't check it. It's a position that's often overlooked, especially if you kill someone in CT spawn. You just don't anticipate someone else to be there. Nice work by Body. Usually very good for 1 or 2 frags. And not looking in his position whatsoever, assuming a player's on the bomb side there. Does some damage to the third as well. Clay finally takes him down. This is the shot where he took down Kenny S. Spotted the foot there, got a little Q and manages to get the kill. But the problem is, only 1 player surviving for G2 there, man. So, lose this round, double eco territory. Need to be very careful there. Astralis, lots of cash, even after reinvestment, 4K per player.
So Dupree up toward the boiler. Flash out. Into the hallway, lets him get around the corner and start looking through the doorway. Smoke comes therefore across from Archway. That's covered off by Kenny on the AWP. Smoke lands, Molotov in. Push through it, flames for Device. A lot of damage onto Dupree as well. Dupree, meanwhile, is going to throw a Molotov back in either direction, which forces NBK up the stairs. Kiabi has the crosshair placement to go in accordance. Apex is trying to keep his vision, but is in the corner and not detected. First kill goes his way after Shox gets Glaive. Follows on the bomb. It's dropped library side as well, which means it's in the vision of the CTs as they push through from Moto. Apex is baiting out a lot of attention and a lot of shots that allow Shox to get closer. It's only Zipex. It'll be back-to-back rounds for G2. Unless he can clutch it. He's known for it. He's got the first shot, and he got the second as well. Zipix on Inferno. Never ceases to amaze.
That's so sick. What was that shot?
Welcome to the clutch.
Is that the sticker he had? Or the spray I had go down? That's pretty nice. I like that. Why are they pushing him, though? That's beggars belief. I don't know why you would do that. He's in the pit. He's got a plant. You've got a crossfire on him. And then you go one by one. You give him the opportunity to have single targets there. Sure, he hit some sick shots here. Like, that's really, really nice. 3 kills in total, but Shoxy does not have to make that challenge. To be fair, that's unbelievable, the fact he hit that shot. They're running at him. Why give it to him on a plate? Make him work for it, at least. Oh, well. There it is. G2 down to the eco. Have to force buy into this. Like I said, it would be double eco. 5-7 CZ and a UMP for Apex. This is looking pretty dark. Why are G2 not even contesting like Banana at all? Why are they not pushing down? They're known to be an aggressive side. We know that's going to be coming out eventually. They're not doing it whatsoever. They're just holding back in the standard setups there on the bomb site at A. 3 players there. And sometimes even body alone. They're not showing any presence at B whatsoever. And I think Astralis, they know they don't have to expend the utility. They're just sticking as a little unit here. That was a round G2 should have won, sure, but it's not the G2 I'm used to seeing.
And look at the money situation. I mean, would have gotten a second round loss bonus, not win money, and the reinvestment that came out, it would have been break point this round for Astralis. Now it's G2 back without any weaponry. Dupree finds MBK pretty straightforward. Zipix, he and Zipix have been taking turns, I suppose, entering from apartments. They're going to try and come out. Good follow-up from Shox and Apex, however. Does go into pit position. And they go.
3 versus 1. Body once again left in a very difficult scenario, and he has the pistol. A little body armor to work with, but that's about it. I just have to try and save his body armor. That'll be something. They will certainly be eco next round. It's not like it's going to do too much for him. We'll go towards the apartments this time. Astralis, another successful anti-force buy round for them. 2 frags given away, but it will happen. To a very talented side. We've got to see more assertive stuff now for GT though. It looks a little bit too easy for Astralis. The fact that Glave's given so many options right now for fakes, double fakes, executions, contact plays, like he can just throw the entire strap hook at the server right now and do whatever he wants. We'll see what happens as we enter round number 11. It has to be another eco, like we said. Economic turmoil for G2. No HE's purchased. They're just looking quite flat today. They're not the flamboyant French side we're used to seeing.
I mean, even when Kenny goes to a glass cannon in a situation when they don't have money, that's when you expect, okay, Kenny's taking control. And even that round he sat back. You're right, they're not really pushing at all to try and force the issue.
Yeah, 4 kills with Kenny, yes. He's one of the players that really needs to carry them on this one. He's known as one of the better AWPers on Inferno, and I haven't really seen much at all, missing a lot of shots and getting overrun by Astralis here. We'll see what happens. So anyway, Mac 10's back out for Dupree. Well read by Astralis. It will be another eco here. It means you can just have a lot of run and gun potential, farm some extra cash, and if you do go down, it doesn't give too much away. Open sight. We like those.
Yep. Not too bad. Bomb planted very safely at default, therefore. Dupree wants to get money, so he'll push in. I'm surprised MBK doesn't swing out. Body's waiting for him to push all the way through. Instead, Glaive gets Apex. Sound of a wooden table breaking in this game still doesn't sound right to me. It's very distinct though, for whatever it's worth. Henry, just thought I'd let you know, Dupree does get one on the SMG eventually. They're all inside of the arch. Dupree's gonna go to the pistol to find more success. DK goes down, another round for Astralis. They're now up to their 8th.
Yeah, it's looking a bit too easy for them. I'm not that excited about this game as of yet. GT needs to wake up. Round number 12, 8-3, if you're tuning in via audio in favour of Astralis on the T side. A couple of Famishes now for GT, still not fully established here. They've got one kit, Kenny S.'s glass cannon once again. Let's see him go aggressive. Regardless of glass cannon or not, going for that T-steps pick, something along those lines, even the boost towards Banana once again. Start hitting some shots, let's start getting excited about that prospect of the AWP. Once again, holding up, and they will go for some Banana control from what I can see. They're actually contesting a bit more this time. Body and Shoxy could be pushed through though. Body with the Famis, it's going to be Shox to open things up. They might have the advantage here. Make it twice, and they take down Dupree and Kiabi.
Glaive on 14. Zipix on 5. Flames for Device down to 44. Utility winning the war for G2.
You see how much better it is? When
Yeah.
Astralis now, they're not going to be comfortable going to that area. They now will start to expend more utility. Before, they were Molotoving that sandbags position and the corner as well. They realized they didn't have to do that. Now, you've shown some presence there. You might actually have a chance of winning some rounds here and not allowing Astralis to fully execute absolutely everything.
Oh, Device. Did he spot? Back of the site? I suppose not. They wouldn't be in that position. It looked like he spotted something moving, but he was boosted up, wants to try and find the pick. They do have the new box boost in position for G2.
Objective now for Astralis. They probably know they can't win this round, right? It's a 5-on-3. Look at the HP as well. But every kill they can find is very valuable. CT money, we know, is in a horrific state. Get 2 or 3 kills. Sure, you don't win the round, but you've got lots of money. You've got close to 16k. Hold up and see if you can cause any damage here. Device gets an opening here. We knew that Shoxy is boosted at the back. Body's beneath him as well. Lovely little setup for this sort of round. Device will probably tweak on the top there. Doesn't happen. Shoxy takes him down. Molotov decent, but won't get Shoxy out of position.
Play from Zipix on the trade, but he's alone. No clutch this time. Downed by Body. 4th round for G2. We head into round 13. Money. Not amazing, but double up is out.
Here we go. This is when they feel they're most comfortable. Haven't seen it yet. Round of 13, we finally get a glimpse of it. It'll be Shoxy and Kenny S, of course, as the final buys on your screen right now. 8-4. They kept 4 players alive in the previous round, but still they were limited. They have to reinvest in terms of all the grenades, the defuse kits, and you can see it's not a head out. It's not a huge deal against the AKs, but it's just indicative as to where they're at right now. Residual cash in Ogre, about $1,000 per player on the G2 side. Number 13 here. So presumably now, Astralis, after feeling that presence toward B, will have to expend more. The Molotovs again, probably use their smokes to get towards the top. We'll see if that happens. Device and Glaive trying to get there once again, but Kenny S finally hitting a shot, takes down Zipex.
He just checks quickly out of boiler doorway.
That's his 5th kill just to know as well.
Yeah, and it's the first time Kenny's had an opener on the AWP that they can actually maintain, so shocking as that is, let's hope they can convert. Rotation back over toward B. Shox doesn't hit with the AWP as a flash goes back in their direction. It will slow down the charge of Astralis. A lead on the rotation. First baseman's halfway to second. It's Apex in the arch that wants to go back over toward B. Another counter smoke from the CTs as well. Timed with 45 seconds, so around 30 they could have that gone and attack. No movement back the other direction. All 4 still in Banana. And in they go. Through the smoke. Flashes over. Boost up. Catches it. Body does go down to Device, but Shox is still waiting with the AWP. And 2 for his trouble to call it a double. He's got it. Device goes down to the pistol as well.
Much better from G2 there. The double orb setup paying off, it seems. The collateral kill for Shoxy there, holding off his body, took the aggro away from him as well. Astralis, a simpler play that time, didn't go for that really standard map control, pushing the CTs back, just went for a full-on B commitment there. We're going to a pause. Still plenty of money for the Astralis side, but finally, that's what we wanted to see. A dominant round from G2. Shoxy, very happy with that situation. Could have got 3 with the orb, but finishes things off with the pistol. Through to the smoke as well, of course. Glaive headshot through his teammate. It's the P2000 to finish things off. So Device couldn't find the kill. So double orb setup prevails. Kenny S opening things up. That's better. That's what we want to see. But MBK, Inferno was historically one of his best maps. And most of the lineups he played, he really hasn't turned up at all here. 4 kills and 11 deaths. Can't recall anything from him so far on the CT side. See if we can get into this game as well. Body, quieter one. 8 kills, 10 deaths. He normally plays towards B, and Astralis, to be fair, have been focusing primarily on the A site. Into round number 14. 8-5 is the overall scoreline now. Device back in the AWP, trying to open things up. I'm sure he'll be waiting for the aggressive push at the very start.
Smoking behind barrels, top, actually just in front, excuse me, at the top of Banana. Device will get it closer and checks immediately for the boost position. Shoxy shake. Apex, again, the one to enter. This time not alone, though. This could be a fast charge. Flashes over from middle and out the side. Spotted the apartments. Trade by Kiarbi had to be effective, but Kenny, it looked like he was going to hit the shot. Apex was the one to do so. He will go back out. And we know inside of the A side he's so lethal, but Dupree's got the lineup instead. Takes down both of the G2 players holding off the push for the bomb plant. Look at the HP for Dupree, though. It's one. Just one. He'll stay in quad position, try and hold off. Like he's going to rotate back in, and with the WP up close, he still manages the shot. Gun barrel shows. He gets banged down by Body. Glaive sits back. No kit for Body. Smoke out to quad. Knows Glaive's gone toward the pit. Glaive's going to be patient. Knows he hasn't touched the bomb yet. Sees the shoulder. He now knows he's certainly not going to touch the bomb anytime soon because he wants to challenge the fight. And Glaive will get the better of it.
Another clutch going in favor of Astralis there in the pit once again. Dupree, I want to see that shot from his POV if possible. That looks very nice. 1 HP. We did say in the pre-game, technically the secondary open for Astralis. We did him sit some amazing shots in those sort of situations. On Inferno especially as well, at that A side, seems to be his stomping ground with that particular weapon. And the 2-on-2 eludes G2. And it's going to be 9-5. Very impressive in terms of the clutch potential of Astralis. Zipex winning that amazing round earlier. Glaive winning another one there as well. Here's the shot from Dupree. Oh, wow. That's dirty. That's filth. I can't believe it. What?
That's pretty good, that reaction.
Oh, man. That's so cool. Little nose go through the corner of the bomb side, of course. Kenny, yes, that's fine. An opening pick, though. There we go. 5-4. Double orb setup still out.
About all they've got out. UMP, 5-7, 1 M4. It's MBK, as you mentioned. Hasn't had too many kills in this game.
That's all really. 5 kills for him total.
Flashes both directions. Small lines toward the arch. Chalks. Quite get a shot in, and it lets Device get closer. He had no idea. Body in the corner. He's going to switch fast enough, doesn't realize it. Body's going to go back to the pistol. Pistol might work if Kiarbi can't hit shots. And Dupree's going to join him by wrapping back through CT, but MBK will be at the top of Banana, and then Dupree actually has to stop. Kenny should know that he stopped as well because he had the off in position so that he would know he's not gone around the corner toward Ruin. And therefore, he's come back. Yeah, he's still searching for Dupree. Versus Op, Kenny goes down to Kiarbi though, and MBK now has to pull it off with an M4. A lot closer, I think, than Kiarbi was ready for, but the shot's coming through, gives the position away, and Kiarbi finds Astralis number 10 on a T side as we hit the half.
Another huge clutch there from Astralis. G2 can't get rolling here. A couple of the key names not really arriving at all in this key game. As remind you, it's a 2-1. Whoever wins this map will be going to the playoffs. You still have another life available, but right now it's 2-2. You have to go through in the final round. G2 looking quite weak here, quite flat, I think is the sentiment we can take away from that map. The fact is, they weren't really pushing a lot. They weren't looking confident. I think the operative word normally is assertive I use on the CT side of Inferno, trying to get that map control, push the T's back and not allowing them to have full control of every situation. That's a little bit too easy for Astralis at times, but to be fair, they did win a lot of clutches as well. But G2 had the upper hand. Some of their big names unable to deliver a solid performance. Half number 2, 10-5 in favour of Astralis. Win this pistol, potentially 13-5. That could be the game. See if G2 can bounce back. They normally do. Very rare to be able to stomp out a team like G2. We'll see what happens as we get into a faster play from them. They're going straight for second middle. A rush, it seems, as Kiarbi and Dupree to hold off. Dupree surely not going to be expecting this, but he's ready, it seems. Gets the first shot, but that's all he'll get.
That's all he gets indeed. MBK still trying to battle off with Kiarbi. He naturally has to retreat. Get a reload for the USP. So T's take over CT spawn, but really don't have much to work with in the fact that Glaive just won a very important fight at the bottom of Banana Device. And Zipex therefore are ready for the wraparound, and they'll win that exchange. Yeah. Shock's not really much to do inside of Library.
If he had more HP, I could possibly get on board that he clutches this out, but with 18, I'm not so sure. Kiarbi just sit in the apartments, wait for the bomb sound cue to come in, face him, call for the rotations, and shouldn't even be a chance to plant him. Shoxy trying to check and investigate the A bomb site here. Needs an opening. 3-on-1. It's a lot more realistic than his current situation.
Goes for the silent jump.
Ah.
Not so silent.
The big thud. Gives it up. So he can get a plant out here. It's probably as good as it was going to get. Very passive stuff from Astralis, but they're going to guarantee they win the round here. That should be it. Kelby finds him, so at least Shoxy gets the bomb down there. They went for a complete mid-rush. No real method behind the madness, just 4-second middle, one holding banana, straight up there, Wolfpack formation, try and get that first frag. Dupree got it, there's a refrag coming in, but Kelby, he was the key player there. Did a lot of damage from the corner, slowed them down, funneled them towards CD spawn as well. They weren't happy to go challenge him on the corner, considering they didn't know where he could reposition towards. They go towards CD spawn, Dupree finds him, Device as well, and unfortunately, he managed to spray them down quite tremendously there with the range of the USPs, and bomb goes down short. Here's the replay of Device. Nice work. It's good information. Kelby did a great job to get them into that CD spawn position. Oh, wanted to do it again. New meme was about to be born.
Well, reenacted.
Yeah.
I think I've taken it. I thought I was the best.
You were really good.
Thank you. I thought so.
Fantastic.
Dan just couldn't handle me. He was a little jealous, I think.
Yeah, he always has been.
Seems it. Seems it, Dan. You're going to have to get that together, son.
Force buy from G2, of course. Desperate times for the desperate measures. Tech 9s, UMP out for MBK. Let's see what he can do with that. Very quiet game from him so far. We've got smokes to work with, 3 of those. Definitely a chance of winning these rounds. 3 towards the apartments. Probably similar smokes we saw from Astralis. 1 towards Arch, 1 towards the library. Flash over, try and overwhelm. We get that first pick, have the snowball effect with the Tech 9s. Good work out. Done considerable damage, but Kelby's there to bail out Dupree.
Yeah, bail him out indeed. Device will chime in for one. Puts his hand up and volunteers. It's voluntold, does Apex. It's backing off for Shox. The Kelby gets another kill. 12 rounds now. G2 certainly do look flat. That could be concerning as well going into, if they can't pull this back, going into round 5 when they're 2-2 and it's all on the line.
The reason I said that was a desperate buy, obviously they got the bomb down in the pistol round, and as we saw Astralis do, you're forcing out AKs in the third traditionally, but they went for the force buy in the second. Bit of a gamble. Did not work out for them at all, so they have to do full eco here. And that 13-5 is almost certainly going to be coming in for Astralis, and that's such a comfortable game. You can afford to be a bit more audacious at that point. You can be pushing down, you can be challenging, and trying to get those first frags. You've got the control of the money, and he's got his nades coming through as well. That just boosts the confidence having his early frags, get them fired up. See Dupree wants a bit more.
Play from Kelby. Device also pushing down, will find body. Relentless. G2 looking a little bit restless. We'll get found, MBK goes down, and we get to the gun rounds, the good stuff. The meat and potatoes, as you would say.
As I would say, yes, for sure. 13-5 does come in indeed. Dupree in the game. Look at the scoreboards over here. 23 for Kelby, though. He certainly is. Very good stuff. Glaive, to be fair, he always drops off in Inferno, I have to say. Like, he's one of those players you see disappear on this map. Not whether it's the role or the way he plays this sort of situation. This one, he's on 7 kills right now. Obviously, they're doing very well, that's fine. But he always just seems to have very poor performances on this particular map. G2, pretty much all are. No one's really stepping up for them. Shox, he's had a few rounds, but only 5 on the board so far. MBK still on 5 frags. Kenny S not much in front. He's on 8. 13-5. AK's coming out. It's a bit of a bonus round situation for Astralis. A couple of UMPs coming in, but Device did upgrade to the AWP. They weren't fully committing just yet. We have got Glaive established at the wall position at B. You can see on MBK screen right now. A fall back from the flashbang, but still trying to challenge for the first kill. The UMP, that's pretty brave, I have to say. Down he'll go.
Good shot. Pretty brave indeed. AK starts it off. MBK gets closer to the top of Banana. We'll slow things. Maybe roast a few marshmallows.
Could do that.
Make some s'mores. Cute little date, Hank.
Do with one of those.
Cute little date or a s'more?
Yeah, both.
Oh, this is
Hello.
perfect, yeah. Take your fingers off the flute. Oh,
be careful.
Ooh. I was going to say weave your colored yarn, but nearly gets turned around. It's Dupree. It's away with it.
Nice.
He's also got position now to find Shox. They know they're all over the A site. Kelby hasn't had to peek. Doesn't get a chance to. Kenny finds it instead. Zipix goes in all the way toward Library and fires back through smoke. So bomb plant comes in despite Dupree's position. They may still win out this round, G2. It shows Device can't hit it, and Kenny with 10 HP fires back with the AK-47. Q in Dupree body. Puts him down quickly as well. It's all on to Zipix. 1 versus 3 again, and they know exactly where he is. Kenny's still taking the fight despite the damage taken and sustained early on. He's pinned Zipix into the corner. There's no way out at this point in time. time gone. MBK will solve it anyway. Goes to number 6 for G2. And okay, bomb does go up, but they got far enough away. So Kenny survives, 8 HP. They keep all the weapons up and get ready to try and break Astralis down immediately. They need 2 in a row to do so.
Better from G2 there. Starting to hit some decent shots there, especially Kenny S taking down Device towards that library position. That was technically a bonus run over for Astralis. A couple of SMGs coming into that one, and they still will have money to work with it. Still have Glaive on the UMP. We said quite a quiet performance from him so far, but the M4s are out. Device on the AWP once again. He'll be flashing his teammates out. They'll go for some banana control. The smoke's deep. Try and push the T's back and challenge at the very start. There's the Molotovs as well to help them out. GT holding back. For Kenny S, he's also got the AWP himself. Bomb's still down at T steps. And you can see on the mini-map right now, CT's getting some control. Leave the player in towards that Logs position. Normally go for 1 frag, sometimes 2 if you've got some teamwork going on with the flashbangs. That's nice. We didn't see any of this from GT whatsoever in the first half. It was a little bit disappointing, I have to say.
It was indeed. So having Zipic so far down, Glaive's not going to abandon him. He actually is going to stay by. They're going to go immediately in front of him, but they check it. Shocks. It didn't look like they were going to when we snapped over to the view from Zipix. Glaive back in the sight, little pop flash. He's got to go now. He's got to go very quickly. They see it. They know where he is. He still blinds them. UMP! Ooh, almost gets 2 as MBK strikes. But they don't have a smoke towards CT, which lets Device take down Kenny, and they'll put it out late. Bomb plants will certainly come in. Apex will watch bottom of Banana. The HP for MBK is 2. That is all he has to work with. Does have the AWP, so he still can find the angle shot. Shoulder shown. Dupree tries to fire back in. Shocks goes down to 7. It'll start to favor Astralis, you might think, on the retake. The only factor that doesn't is time. There are no kits in play currently for Astralis. So damage is all well and good, but they need to get the kills. Kirby will find one, traded back by Apex. They know that he's toward Banana, and MBK solo gets peeked out by Dupree. Device just has to watch off as they go for the defuse. 10 seconds. He's got the kill. He's still not convinced they're going to get the defuse, though, so he's heading for the hills to save the AWP. And they're not going to. Oh, they do. They just got it. I thought it was done as well. That's about as close as you'd like.
Yeah, you could see him covering his eyes. He wasn't 100% sure, but about half a second to spare there. Lovely work from Astralis. Decent retake. Did the damage early on as well. It was Dupree pushing through Shocks and Smoke and Ruins. It takes that kill down eventually. MBK as well. You can see it was very chaotic, and Apex trying to do what he could. Go for the full defuse. One player holds his breath, goes that 10 seconds, and his teammate has to deliver the frag, which he does, absolutely. We'll have a look how close that was. I can't really tell.
Yes, that's how close it was.
Can't really tell. That's about as close as it gets. And you can see the GT boys, that's going to be gutting their morale. And there it is, hand over the face, hope for the best. It works out.
Device was gone. You know that that classic meme?
Out,
yeah, you know that meme shirt, like it says Bomb Squad on the front, then it's in the back, it says, if you see me running, keep up. That's basically what it was. He's just like, good. I'm out, this isn't happening.
Well, force-mate. Gonna have to stick around a little bit longer here because they have to force buy into round number 21. UMPs, Tech 9s, a couple of AKs to work with here, but it's looking quite dire for G2, I have to say. This could be the end. Don't win this round, that's points. Playoff point for Astralis, and G2 have absolutely nothing to work with. Need to at least get a bomb plant down here.
A bomb plant at the very least, because Astralis find 14, and as we mentioned, they had to break them. They had to win that round back-to-back to take all the weapons that have been accumulated and wealth away from Astralis. And Zipix, being one of those players, he'll find 2 on the way through. Look at the Glaive go back in. Wraps up the round. It's map point and playoff point for Astralis, defending champions 1 round away from making it back into a legendary status.
Yeah, I hate to be a pessimist, but that should be it. 15-6. I haven't really been excited by GT's performance at any point in this game. They had some decent rounds. We got let down by the clutches. You can't take anything away from them in that respect. Astralis have won pretty much all of them every single time. It's one of those frustrating games. Fortunately, some of the big names haven't really turned up. We'll see if they can find anything here in round number 22. 15-6 in favour of the Danes. Tech 9, CZs, P250s. Doesn't sound that interesting. We'll see whether they can maybe find the first frag. It's Glaive, though. We said he had a quiet game so far, but looking to rectify that. He takes the first kill and the second as well. Nice headshot towards Kenny S. 5 on 3. It's taken down eventually by Shoxy and gives him an AK. And they still have the advantage here. Into the 1 minute 30 mark. Nice play by Glaive.
Play indeed. Shocks. Work his way out of Boiler in a very interesting fashion, I guess. Knife out, smoke not down, just gives himself up. Perhaps they've just given up on the game.
Well, they haven't looked like they ever arrived, to be honest.
It's fair.
So,
fair point. MBK partially blinded. Xyp9x won't go all the way around the corner. But Astralis about to move on. Can take the night off. G2 won't have such luxury, and I would say for them, sit back down at the practice booth, boys. Get to work, yeah. Because the round 5 matchups aren't going to be favorable either. Astralis in it, 3-1. We'll move on. Our 3rd team to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I want to focus more on G2. It felt like they lost that game than Astralis winning it. They just didn't really... You can see the setup. They look dejected. That's not G2 playing on the server right there. That's a team I haven't seen before. That was uninspired, lackluster Counter-Strike, not really thinking in terms of what can we do to get in their faces, what map control can we go for here. Double Orbs came out once, that was quite decent, but it's too late. Round number 13, those Double Orbs came out. We talked about it so much in the pre-game, you need to see it earlier on to have a chance. They got very unlucky in the clutches, I will give them that.